Where were you at before we started working together for this specific program in your business, your life, your mindset?
Yeah, so you helped me get to a place, golly, that I was comfortable with where I was and who I was. But you also made me realize that I had like some untapped potential in like spreading, if you want to call it business knowledge, that's what we can call it. Business knowledge outside, like to the public, to like do nothing more than assist people in a business area I feel like I'm very good at. And like if you rewind the tables like yeah, we can call it 6 months ago, right? It
Mhm.
might be a little bit longer than that. I went from like my whole life was life and family. Realized that there's more outside of that, like my immediate life and my immediate family, to an audience that appreciates it. And like I never thought I would be posting social media videos like that. That always terrified me, and you helped me get through that. Um, that initial tentative position to now I'm posting like every week. And it's not necessarily a monetary thing. It's I enjoy doing it, and you have helped bring that to like the forefront.
I'm very happy to hear that. You found like a new passion beyond just your daily routine, family, work, Groundhog Day
Absolutely,
every day.
absolutely correct. Yes,
And on top of that as well, your new passion is helping you discover new ways to network, put yourself out there and build your brand, which is bringing opportunities to you.
the progress over the last 6 months from me saying, Jeff, this like literally terrifies me, posting on social media, to where I am today. Like it's crazy, man.
It's such a stark difference.
It is like you don't, and like you helped me realize this. You don't need to be you don't need to be terrified about putting yourself out there, right? You also helped me realize that you don't really need, for the most part, to worry about what other people think of you.
Mm.
Post responsible stuff, and the rest is going to be what it's going to be. You're going to have people that for the most part, you're going to have people that like and follow. You might have some controversial stuff in there, but like just don't pay attention to that. Keep doing what you're doing, and um, the rest will come as it comes.
Absolutely. You can only focus on what you can control, and that's something that you've really learned and mastered. Focus on what you can do and do the best at it.
That is perfectly said. Like my my communication to anybody watching this would be like, don't worry about what you can't control, because you can't control it. Like, and I'm not saying worry about it, but focus on what you can control. Don't worry about what you can't control.
Great words of advice. And I'm curious to know, would you say that internalizing that was the biggest breakthrough moment for you so far?
Absolutely, yes, yes, yes. Prior to talking to you, I absolutely allowed things to control me, and to maybe not control me, but I let things bother me that were out of my control. And like that, I'm sorry, but Jeff, you made me realize that that's a waste of time. It's a waste of time worrying about things that you can't control. Control the controllable. Control the controllable.
Absolutely. When you focus on that, you can make change because now rather than trying to focus on everything, which is impossible, focus on specific things that you can make progress in and you can measure it.
Absolutely agree with you. Anybody that hasn't adopted that does adopt it will be infinitely better.
What results have you achieved as a result of coaching? What have you seen the progress tangibly happen?
So, like I mentioned it before, like at the start of this, I was like, Jeff, I don't know. I'm not comfortable doing this. And you convinced me otherwise. It's like, bro, you got the knowledge, you got the skills, you've been doing this long enough to where you can spread your knowledge. We're posting what I think will be a helpful, useful, educational sales video to anybody that wants to watch it at no cost. Like, I have no hesitation anymore doing that. In fact, like I've told you, I enjoy doing it. Like I went from being fearful, Jeff.
It's a lot of progress. You went from being fearful to being confident, and the result of that confidence is the results you're getting in terms of like the views. For example, you're getting thousands of views per video that you put up, which is incredible.
Absolutely. Like, and outside of the social media piece, the company that I work for, I occasionally have to get in front of a room full of people and do presentations. And prior to me working with you,
Mm.
bro, I was terrified of that, terribly nervous. Um, and my work with you has gained so much confidence in me having the ability to do that well. And like, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, um, I would look at it. It's really not that big of a deal. Like, look at it as from a bird's eye view instead of like a micro view. It's not that hard anymore for me. But that's I will give that credit to you.
Thank you, but the credit's all yours, really. You're the one that put yourself out there. You're the one that had the courage and confidence to do it. And now your videos are seen by thousands of people. So that the fact that you're speaking to a room of maybe 10 or 20 people is almost nothing anymore.
Yeah, but that's also because of you, sir. That, like, if we weren't working together, I wouldn't. Yeah, there's. Well, I wouldn't. I'd be stuck, like, with the fear of public speaking and the fear of recording myself. For these videos, I'd still be there, and I'm not there anymore. Like, that's way behind me.
This is awesome to hear, man. It shows really how far this can take you and how far you are going to progress. Who knows, in a couple of years, when you're putting your videos out there and there's so many people viewing your videos, thousands of people, who knows, who knows what opportunities you might be asked to speak on stage, do podcasts. All of this is eventually going to come your way the more you build your brand.
We'll see where it goes, man. I like the trajectory that we're on now for sure. And like I said, dude, it's helped my confidence like a lot.
Hmm.
From the social media aspect and certainly public speaking aspect. Like, I don't really have a confidence issue personally, but in those two platforms, absolutely I did before I started working with you.
Awesome. So this is translated really well, and I'm very happy for you, man.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I don't want to take up too much of your time, so this is the last question. Uh, would you recommend my coaching service to anyone else that you know?
Absolutely. If you're if you're struggling professionally, you need to reach out to Jeff. He's going to provide you a perspective that I'd be willing to bet that you probably haven't been provided by anybody else. That's always good. A different perspective is always good. Like, we tend to get caught up in our own thoughts. This is what we need to do. This is what we should do. When somebody's there to say, hold up, bro, you, like, stop, look at it from this angle, it completely changes the way you look at any specific situation that you might be struggling with, personally or professionally. Uh, Jeff is the man. He knows exactly what he's talking about, and like I said, anybody struggling professionally, I would highly recommend you reaching out to Jeff.
Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate that. And for all the viewers, Chris is also an amazing client because he is proactive, he takes the effort, and he always makes a difference. He has a desire and willingness to change and become more and to improve himself. And that's why he makes progress. So I can only take half the credit. The other half of the credit goes to Chris for the consistent action he takes.
Bro, I'm gonna give you. I'll take 25. You get.
Thank you, man. Well, I appreciate your feedback. Thanks again for sharing this with all of us.
Love you, man.